नमस्ते बिटिया, सदा खुश रहो। I am Dr. Alka Jain, Associate Professor in the Department of Community Medicine, Faculty of Homeopathic Science in Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. In today's session, I am going to discuss about in detail about my subject community medicine. So first of all, what is community medicine? Community medicine is that branch of medicine which deals with the study of provision of preventive, promotive, curative, rehabilitative, and evaluative services to the community at large through an organized, comprehensive healthcare delivery system. So, mainly, these are the main five objects of the subject community medicines. The first of all, the preventive. The second one is promotive, preventive from prevention from disease, promotion of health, curative, rehabilitative, and evaluative services. Now, what is medicine? The term medicine encompasses all the activities which are directed toward enriching the health of the beings on the planet, humans as well as other species. With particular focus on the human well beings, the WHO definition of health, which states that health is a state of total physical, mental, and social well being, and not merely an absence of the disease or infirmity, is a fair representation of the multidimensional aspects of the state that we refer to as health. This leads us to the definite understandings that medicine is not merely the art and science of healing alone, which concerns itself predominantly with the physical aspects and a little bit with the mental aspects of humans, though incompletely. In the past, all the focus in the terms of budget allocation and infrastructure development was primarily directed at the sick population in the community, which accounted for a maximum of 3 to 5% of the total population. So this left the apparently healthy group of nearly 95 to 97% people unattended. Once the awareness of this aspect of the policy came into being, there was a need to shift the focus from disease to health. This her health, the birth of community medicines. So, in this branch of medicines, we focus not only on diseased persons but also on healthy persons. The evolved understandings, the treatment of patient without due consideration about the hygiene and the sanitary aspects is bound to be unsuccessful. Taking into consideration the hygiene and the sanitary aspects alone without reference to the patient's living and working conditions is again an incomplete and partial solution to the complete return of health. Here is an example uh, for an unemployed patient of the lower strata of society with gastroenteritis living in a contaminated environment and having unhygienic habits will never get a lasting cure if he is just seen as a case of diarrhea in a clinic setting alone. As you already studied in your first BHMS, that our Master Hahnemann has also told that how to attain a complete cure, because these are the maintaining causes of a disease. For example, if a patient living in a damp area and having uh, respiratory problems like asthma or any other illness will never get a cure unless he will leave this place, or because of the humidity or asthma gets worse. So these are the maintaining causes. The hygiene, sanitation, and the social and economic aspects are so interlinked that they form very essential factors in the web of coalition of the disease in question. For a medical practice to be wholesome, the practitioner must be a good clinician. This is with skills in diagnosis and treatment, abreast of the knowledge regarding the role of hygiene, sanitation, and social and economic factors in the various stages of disease evolution in the community. So, for becoming a good practitioner, a practitioner must know all about the role of hygiene, sanitation, and social and economic factors which can cause or which can maintain a disease for a prolonged period. In this kind of practice of medicines, the social diagnosis completes the disease diagnosis, the social treatment supplements pharmacotherapy, and the social hygiene fortifies the individual's hygiene. Means, if a patient maintains his social hygiene, his cure is his way to cure becomes very fast. The concept of prevention is often misconstrued even amongst the medical fraternity as an action that happens only before the disease onset. But in the true sense, it encompasses the whole possible range of all the activities which are directed towards health care from primordial prevention. This is even before the risk factors for the disease even enter into a community. The second prevention is primary prevention. The first one is primordial prevention. These are the level of preventions. The first one is primordial. The second one is primary preventions. And in this level of prevention, it includes immunization activities and health promotion activities. The third level of prevention is secondary preventions. In this, there comes early diagnosis and treatment, and the last is tertiary prevention, disability limitations, and rehabilitations. Hence, social and preventive medicines is not apart from the so termed clinical medicines. It is an inseparable part and, in fact, an extension of clinical medicine from its constrained hospital or clinic setup into the community, which is the multifaceted ground on which the pollens of disease flower and spread. Simply chopping out the revealed portion of the wheat will not solve the problems. What is needed is an approach to uproot it from its root, to study and nurture the soil and to correct the imbalances which are detected. For it is the soil which is the very source of life and health, the soil that we refer to as the society, the living beings, and the nature. Social and preventive medicines or community medicine is thus a tool of enhanced responsibility that meets the needs of an individual from womb to tomb, that is laid on the shoulders of the physicians so as to deliver true health to the community. The same community to which the physician belongs to and the same community which has laid its faith upon making the physicians what he is. Now, the role of community medicines, why it is being studied in our medical courses. The mission of community medicine's teaching is to contribute to the development of a well rounded, holistic medical professionals who will demonstrate knowledge and competence with compassion and dealing with primary health care, desire for lifelong learning, evidence based practice, interdisciplinary teamwork, and professional and ethical behavior and practice in order to improve and sustain the health of the population. Community medicine teaching has a major role in achieving the main goal of graduate medical education in India. The guidelines and regulation of CCH, this is Central Council for Homeopathy, also emphasize to include community medicines in all the two phases. This is in third BHMS and fourth BHMS curriculum, and also during internship. In internship, there is a 1 month training period for community medicine subject. Objectives of teaching community medicines to BHMS students can be broadly grouped into these areas. And the first one is to prepare them to function as a community and the first level of physician in accordance with the institutional goals. The second one is to make the students aware of environmental, social, financial, personal, occupational issues of the patients, and to include in the students the habit of considering the above aspects while rendering patient care. The third one is to teach them practice techniques of prevention at individual, national, and international level for various health issues, to orient the students with the Indian health system, national health programs and policies, and the international health policies and agencies, to teach research principles and methodologies so as to create scientific attitude. So these are the points of importance why it has been taught it is being taught in BHMS curriculum, and it is the community medicine subjects has been studied in third BHMS and fourth BHMS, but in the exams, both practical and theory uh, are for final BHMS and not for third BHMS. Now, uh, you can very well understand about the importance of the community medicine subjects. Thank you so much.